iworo yokini, iworo dachere perin, meno achik manyapa dola.
Nitie jithindo manyiri mane manyato kwaki luoko nanga. Inuango ruko nanga, ng'we kenyo.
Ka jojo tedo, watuko wakidwa ko mpira mane kisa watuko kisa Kenya. Ka chiemo chiek to joluongo watwa chiemo.
Kaka yoga sare ko pigwa ngi wuok. Are gi pikara unike wacho gani ni ndani.
Naturally, a woman has more responsibility maneno gima timore pecho.
To ko chunga aripo penjo go. Gimimiyo go ko go chonga komotha. Ami iripo bedo piny ana bed malo.
Culture kitere mon maber.
Guys, that is just one of the short films that Docubox, of course, through Sema Stori, worked on that are massively impacting the community. That specific film is from Uganda. It's called I Won't Kneel. Of course, I want to sit down and just watch these short films, pole with you, because we are going to be sampling a number of them right here on Art and Culture Monday. But the conversation we are having now, I am not alone. I have a lady with me on set, and guys, she is phenomenal. The things that she is doing right now, I cannot even begin to tell. I just want her to introduce herself, then we will get to know her better and know more about Docubox and Sema Stori. Karibu sana Wambui, how are you?
Thank you, I'm fine, thank you. So, my name is Wambui Gathee.
Yeah.
I am a filmmaker, I'm a director and producer, and I'm also a filmmaker. I'm also a photographer.
Yeah.
I started venturing into documentary photography now.
Yes.
And other than that, I also organize screening events, and I'm also now the current screenings manager at Docubox. At
Docubox.
Yes.
Before we get to you to tell us what Docubox is about, one thing that I like about you is that every time we meet, you have a new thing that you're doing. So now you are a photographer for documentaries, and that is amazing. I just want you to give a background kidogo for guys who are watching us for the first time and tell us what is Docubox and what it is that they do.
Right. Docubox is a film fund. It's so we support independent filmmakers from East Africa.
Yeah.
And other than that, we also offer mentorship to filmmakers through workshops and master classes with well-known mentors, people who've been in the industry for a while and are able to mentor upcoming filmmakers.
Yes.
So other than that, and the funding bit of things,
yes,
we also do screenings, like something that we're going to do next week that we'll talk about, of course.
Yes.
So we do screenings in all parts of Kenya, and we're trying to also expand more into East Africa and the whole of Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did Docubox feel the importance of telling these stories on specific topics? You know, not just anything, not just entertainment. As much as there is entertainment in the stories, you chose some specific topics like, of course, gender, mental health, gender violence, and, you know, stories that are very key to the community. Why did you feel that was important?
Right. So maybe I could give you a brief background of what Sema Stori is all about.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we had a call out for filmmakers within East Africa, and 10 of them applied, and we shortlisted them to 10, of course. Took them through a lab and a workshop, and then we asked them to make films on 4 major areas. 4 key areas.
Yes.
That is gender justice, mental health, early childhood development, and right to safe and secure settlement.
Yes.
So these are issues that are well known, but we don't have enough conversations ongoing. So we felt that these are conversations that would trigger more people to keep on talking about them.
Yeah.
And we were trying to do that through films.
Yes.
So that's how we ended up doing those 4 thematic areas in these films. And yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, I enjoyed each and every of those topics because, like you have said, there are things that happen every day, but somehow they seem to keep missing in conversations that we should be having.
Yes.
So I think that is of utmost importance. Also, why did you guys decide to expand your horizons to East Africa? And has that brought, you know, some good mixture in the film, some good, you know, out of touch, like we have Uganda, of course, their culture is a bit different from ours. Did that bring good flavor to the films?
Yes, initially, actually, with the how Docubox works
Yes.
is we support East African filmmakers, be it fiction filmmakers or
Yes.
documentary filmmakers. So with this particular call, we were able to fuse in different cultures, different filmmakers from all over the region, and we were able to see the kind of work that they were doing. So that brought a lot of diversity, and also, not having monotonous stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like even if East African, we have a STEM culture, some sort of similarity to our cultures, but there are specific issues that are quite different from here. Uganda, TZ, those issues are handled a bit differently. I want to bring you into our conversation of the day. We are talking how artists are going to recover from COVID-19. And I think hybrid screening, which is like the thing you guys do, is one of those things. So how do you think that is helping artists to recover?
Yeah, I think it is a step to moving forward, despite the challenges that we've been all facing, especially with filmmakers. We've been facing the challenge of not being able to convene or not having so many crews on set, or in the case of screenings, we're not able to have so many people at one go. Yeah. So what we're trying to do, or rather a solution to that, is having hybrid screenings, right? Where we're able to have at least a limited number of people physically with us, and then have global audiences joining us online. So that means that both people on ground and online are able to join us and, be a part of the screenings that we've been doing.
Yes. Amazing. I think I like that the most, because everyone, even those who would want to be there and cannot be there, most probably because of wherever they are, or even because of the limited spaces available, they can still be able to enjoy such privileges of getting the screening together with the rest. Now, I want us to talk about the screening that is going to happen on June 20th. Kindly tell me what films you guys will be screening, and of course we will talk about the where, the time, and everything.
So for the 20th of June,
yes.
that's next Sunday,
Yes.
from 3 p.m. we're screening 10 short films from the Sema Stori program.
Yes.
And all of them touch on the themes that I've mentioned on.
Yes.
I can't mention all of them, but they're all great.
Yes.
They're all great, and they all are diverse in their own way,
Yeah.
and they'll definitely spark up conversations. So the reason why we were having this screening is to continue having those conversations online, and also possibly have more organizations or more partners partnering with the films moving forward, so that we ensure that the films are still making an impact within the society.
Yes. If there's one thing I like about Docubox is your follow-up structure. Like, I feel once you take on a filmmaker, they get to learn, they get to produce, and even after production, you guys have an awesome post-production department, to make sure that these conversations, we didn't just make a film, it was great, nice, we clap our hands and go home. So do you feel like post-production in general, I don't know if that's the right term, because I feel like it's way long after post-production, but do you think that also helps in terms of keeping the filmmakers, they're keeping their work alive?
Yes, I think it's a very important step, of course, to consider, so that when your film is done, you know that there's a life after it, right?
Yes.
And there's a reason why you made that particular film.
Yes.
So this is how we call it getting into impact, so through impact screenings.
Yes.
So we're able to have those films seen by as many people, and hopefully touching as many people along the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Of all, I know you can't really pick a favorite, but what of the 10 do you feel made the most noise or impact in the society, considering that specific subject that they touched on?
For me, it would be Everything Is Not Okay by Eugene. I think you also interviewed him back when we were doing the impact campaign.
Yes.
Reason why is because his film is it actually touches on his story.
Yes.
And it's about mental health and the fusion of mental health and trying to use art as a way of, getting yourself out of that particular hole.
Yes.
And that's what he did. He's a filmmaker, he's a poet. So it's fantastic how he fused all that, and we're able to also see what he was going through.
Yes, I love that. I cannot wait for the screening. Like, I feel like that's such a reward. Where do you have 10 films, like 10 different minds, different writers, different backgrounds that came up with, something awesome? I cannot honestly wait for the screening. Now, I know you are an expert in this field. Is Docubox having, before I ask the question that I want to ask, is Docubox having, are you guys arranging for another you know, another round of filmmakers to come and do something?
Yes, we are actually planning on doing another call out for both short films, short fiction films, through our Shots and Shots.
Yes.
That's another screening.
Yes.
And we're also doing another call on documentaries,
Yes.
for feature-length documentaries and both short documentaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, now the question that I was coming to, I feel like back in school, I didn't do film, I did journalism, but I felt like documentaries were one of the hardest things to film. Like, it's where you need an audience that's of age. If you're talking to a mama, you're actually going out there to get a 60-year-old to come and actually act. Like, is it hard? How can artists, you know, there are filmmakers out there that want to do documentaries, but I feel like it's one of those things you can just wake up and decide to do. Like, are there any you know, impacts, like you could tell us, are there any pointers to making an excellent documentary, be it a short one, a lengthy one? Are there any tricks to it?
Well, there are not really any tricks to it, but it's just a matter of, you know, getting comfortable with your character.
Yes.
You have to foster that bond, make sure that they're comfortable around the camera, because you're constantly going to be documenting them throughout. So they need to have that, they have to have that relaxed mood around you and be open with you, you know, because if you want to get an in-depth story or get deeper into their lives, you definitely have to have that connection. So there's that. And then, of course, you just have to be resilient, because sometimes you think that the story is going this way, but along the way it will change.
Exactly.
And you just have to have that flexibility as a filmmaker, and also that patience.
Yes. So creation of relationship with your
main character.
Yes, with your main characters. And then I feel like, especially when they're not fiction documentaries, like you have said, the stories tend to take another route that you did not think they were going to take. So I cannot wait for the call out for Docubox. Guys, stay on the lookout for that one. I promise you, if you get to be chosen, your life will never be the same again. Like, these guys walk the talk. They walk with you, they go with you, you are corrected whenever you need to, and you produce. The end of it is a result that you will actually be proud of. I cannot wait for that second call out for Docubox. So this is going to be happening. The hybrid screening is going to be happening on the 20th of June. Time is 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Yes, we started exactly 3 p.m. East African time.
Yes.
And then we'll go all the way maybe to like 5, 6.
Yes. Where will the screening be at?
It's going to be broadcasted live on the Sema Stori official Facebook page. So you will be able to broadcast it there, and you'll be able to join us. But there's a link that is on the Sema Stori page, Facebook page, and I think also on the Instagram page, where you can pre-register.
Yes.
So once you register, then we'll be able to send you the link to join us.
Exactly. Is there any payment for?
No. It's completely free. Completely free.
Of charge.
Yeah.
Guys, have you in this time and age of COVID-19, very few things are free, so jump onto this one. So Sema Stori Instagram page and also their website.
No. We don't have a website at the moment, but it's Sema Stori across the 3 major platforms, social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, you're looking out for Sema Stori on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter for you to get that link to be able to go there with them. How about the live audience? Where will we be at?
Well, you'll be tuning in from home.
Anywhere. Anywhere you are, you can be able to screen 10 amazing guys, amazing short films from the comfort of your home. All you need is data bundles, and I know you guys do have them. So I know you are going to have an amazing time. I want us to take a short kidogo detour from Docubox and talk about Wambui Gathee, because I'm excited about your work. I feel like if we are giving airtime to you, we are going to give it to you personally. So what are you working on currently?
I am working on a short documentary, and I'm glad that you actually mentioned.
Yes.
So I came on board. I'm working with a fellow filmmaker. His name is Sam Wambui, and he has a background in documentary filmmaking. But as for me, this is my first documentary that I'm producing. But it's going to be quite a journey, I can tell. And I'm really excited about it. So at the moment, we are currently just looking for funds. We are applying for grants and trying to see how we can make it happen.
Exactly. Thank you for bringing that conversation on partners back on board, both for you and for Docubox. How can guys partner with you? You know, someone is there and they're thinking, I could actually, put my money on on production of such things? How can partners join you guys?
We do have philanthropists who come on board and, they'd say they want to give X amount of money for a filmmaker to make a short film.
Yes.
And that's mostly for shorts. But we also have partners like Kenya Film Commission, who've also supported a few of our programs. And of course also Sema Stori is a partnership with Comic Relief that's based in the UK. So it's bringing on board more of partnerships and trying to see how we can all work together to uplift the Kenyan film industry.
Exactly. I feel apart from online bringing back an online presence for artists to bounce back, what are some of the ways do you think artists can recover from after COVID-19?
Other than
online
digital,
which I know was your major
exactly. I'm not sure how to answer that.
So I'd rather than ask this. How can you get payment from digital platforms? Because I feel you'll be in a better position to answer that.
Right. Yes. I'll speak from the filmmaker perspective.
Exactly.
Yes. The good thing is there's so many platforms that are coming up, VOD platforms.
Yes.
Like My Movies Africa. There's there's Media Pros Africa as well. These are platforms like Netflix, but they're local.
Yes.
So they're supporting a lot of local content. So this way you're able to, as long as your content is there, you're able to also earn as you continue, working on the next project or as you continue marketing your film or whatnot. So that's one of the ways where you can get your work out there and you can actually earn from it.
Exactly, and not really have to meet your audience in person because of the restrictions that are happening.
Exactly.
Wow, thank you so much for joining us today. I think that was insightful about the conversation that we're having today. That was insightful. I want to give you a chance to welcome guys to the screening. Of course, Wambui tu karibu, just welcome them. Please tell them that they're going to have an amazing time because I know they will. So just invite them and then we will get to social media handles, both your own and for the Sema Stori platform.
Which camera am I going?
Yes, this camera.
Okay. Yeah, so we have a screening next Sunday. You are most welcome to join us. From wherever you're joining us from all over the globe, you are able to join us on Facebook Live and we're happy to host you, honestly.
Exactly. Yes, I know that you're going to be back here with that documentary that you're working on. She is going to be back. I'll make sure that she's going to be back. But right about now, tukikufuata social media handles so that we know what you are up to, what you're planning, just for us to keep up to date with your work.
Right. On Instagram, it's April Wambui. On Facebook, it's April Wambui Gathee. On Twitter, that I'm not so...
Yes.
It's April_Wambui.
Yeah.
But I'll also give my work,
yes,
if you don't mind.
Yes.
So it's at Docubox across social media. At my Docubox, at my Docubox across all social media.
Yes. So guys, at my Docubox, Sema Stori on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and April Wambui Gathee social media handles. Just look for her. You will know, even if it's not her work, you will be open to view some of the work that other productions are doing through her page. So you do keep tabs, follow, like, of course, comment, share their work, because these are the people that are actually putting our art industry in the front line, not just around here, but around the globe, East Africa, and the entire of Africa, and of course around the world. And the work that they are doing is immense. I am looking forward to see all of this. The screening, of course, is on the 20th of June. Do not forget. The link will be on Sema Stori platforms. Kila mahali, just go for it. Look for the screen, look for the link, and of course, click to follow and watch those 10 amazing films. I think we are done, Wambui. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure. I cannot wait to have you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. For now, though, we're going to take a very short break. I'm going to see you on the other side of the break.